Do you consider yourself to be a spontaneous, kind of impulsive person, somebody who likes to go with the flow? Or are you somebody who likes to have a plan and write down things and check them off when you're done and kind of know how the day's going to unfold? I'll give you a hint which kind of person I am. This is my planner. Yes, I still keep an old school planner. This is my journal where I write down ideas and take notes for work, and among other things, some personal and some business stuff. And then, I have a to do list, I have index cards that I keep. So, yeah, I'm definitely in the latter group. Of not being very impulsive. And I'm trying to get better, but it is a struggle. Hi, my name is Kate Bloch, and I am the award winning poet and author of 4 books that consist of poetry and prose. My channel is called The Practical Poet. And each week on my channel, I feature a different video poetry reading from one of my 4 books, or maybe even some new material. And the poem that I'm talking about today comes from my second book called Scatter Seeds of Kindness. And this is a poem called Let Life Unfold. And this poem came about one day when I was meeting with some friends, and one of the women in the group was just talking about all of these different things, like what if this happens, and trying to have a contingency plan for every conceivable thing that might go wrong in her life. And finally, she just took a deep breath and she says, maybe I should just let life unfold. And we all said amen to that, and we cheersed. And whether she did or not, I don't know. I don't have contact with her too much anymore, but what a good message. Sometimes those of us that, we want to write everything down, we want to know how the day is going to unfold. And then when things kind of don't go our way, we're not sure how to handle it. We have to pivot, and we have to try to figure out, what is plan B. And it can be a little bit of a struggle. It can be a little bit unnerving to those of us. And so I'm learning to try to let go, try to be a little bit more impulsive, try to just let life unfold. There is a plan for all of us, and we don't know what that plan is. We don't have control. I love that line. If you ever want to hear God laugh, just tell him of your plans. It's so true. So that is the focus of this poem. And, the poem also gets into a little bit of the prose before the poem. I tell a little bit of the backstory. And, I talk about how part of the joy of life is not knowing how the day is going to unfold. Part of they always say that it's not the destination, it's the journey. And part of that journey is dealing with the bumps that you're going to encounter along the way. And sometimes those bumps can lead you to a completely different road. And sometimes that road may be better than you ever imagined. So I hope that you check out my channel for the full length video poetry reading of Let Life Unfold. I also have a blog at thepracticalpoet.com where you can find a written copy. I hope to see you there. Thanks. Bye.